And that's right, everyone. It is that time. It's that time again for another edition of. That's right, another edition of Marilyn's Cafe Society right here on YouTube. And I hope that you are enjoying the week. Did you have a good week? Listen, I did. I can't believe that it's Friday already. That's right, it's Friday, the 23rd of April, 2021. And so we've closed out another week, everyone. My week has been pretty productive. Sadly, I received some news overnight on the loss of a family member. And so keep my family in your thoughts and prayers. But aside from that, it's been a pretty decent week. Certainly, um, we are all a bit saddened by the news, but you know, we'll carry on. And so today, I just want to pop in and, of course, check in with you, see how you're doing. I do have a cafe talk that I want to put out there, and that cafe talk title is "Are you zoomed out? Are you zoomed out?" Of course, we'll talk about it a little bit later. But for now, we're going to jump into some cafe news. And of course, it's all about the coronavirus. Currently, we're still hovering around 144 million COVID-19 cases globally. And of course, a little more than 3 million deaths. Here in the United States, we're at about 32.5 million confirmed cases and around 575,000 deaths. Now, India, it's being reported that India hit a COVID-19 infections record. They're trying to catch up with the United States, apparently. They have reported just on Thursday 332,000 new infections. Listen, their hospitals are reporting acute shortages of beds and medicine and even oxygen. It's horrible. And so we're certainly keeping them in our thoughts and prayers as we continue to deal with this world pandemic. Now, in related news, the French wine industry is very concerned after a number of professional tasters, that's right, professional wine tasters caught COVID. Yes, they did. So they lost their sense of taste and smell, which are two senses, the two most important senses that are needed in this occupation. And so, what is the wine industry to do? How long will it take them to find and even replace professional wine tasters? My goodness, we'll just have to wait and sit this one out and see what happens. So stay tuned, everyone. In other news, the United States Labor Department reported an initial jobless claims decline to 547,000 just on last week. Now, remember, on Wednesday, I gave you the number of 576,000 cases, or I'm sorry, claims that were filed that week prior. So, um, you know, apparently this is a new COVID period record low. The number of claims are dropping, and that's a good sign, right? Oh, and by the way, listen, continuing claims is being reported fell to 3.67 million last week. So again, these are indications that the United States is in fact recovering. And so we'll just celebrate that and continue to stay safe and try to follow the guidelines. All right. Now, on a side note, in the week ending March 14th, back in 2020, over a little more than a year ago, which again was right around the start of this pandemic, there were just a mere 256,000 claims filed. Yeah. So, again, yeah, prayerfully we'll inch closer and closer to that number as the weeks move on. Now, let's get into some infrastructure bill slash government news. This just came out this morning that the United States Senate Republicans have countered President Biden's $2.3 trillion infrastructure bill with a less expensive plan of their own. The ticket price, just a mere $568 billion. So we'll see how far that gets. But yeah, they have been busy working, and prayerfully we'll get some of this stuff pushed through very soon. Now, the House of Representatives, this is good news for Washington, D.C. The House of Representatives have approved legislation that would make Washington, D.C. the nation's 51st state, bringing D.C. closer to statehood than it's ever been in 3 decades. And of course, the effort now moves to the Senate, and we'll see how things move. All right, and then of course, as I said on Wednesday's show, I want to share this with you, and we certainly are calling for your support in this effort. As you know, I'm a supporter and member of the Black Heroes Matter Coalition. And of course, we are asking Chicagoans from all around the world, and even those who, just support what we're trying to do here, to call the city of Chicago and ask for that yes vote before next Thursday. Next Thursday, the Chicago's Transportation Committee will be voting on this ordinance that will rename Lakeshore Drive to Jean Baptiste Point du Sable Drive. And so we need you guys to pick up your phones and call 312-744-1515. That's 312-744-1515 to ask for that yes vote. Leave a message if you don't get an answer, and just tell them that you're calling to support the Black Heroes Matters Du Sable initiative. There's 3 points, 3 things we're trying to accomplish. This first one is going to be voted on next Thursday. And so before next Thursday, April 29th, we need you to call 312-744-1515 and call for that yes vote to rename the outer Lakeshore Drive to Jean Baptiste Point du Sable Drive. We appreciate your help. Now, if you need more information, just go to the blackheroesmatter.org website and you'll get more information there. All right, let's shift and get into some business news. Well, it's been a busy week for Amazon. That's right, the union vote. Jeff Bezos, of course, submitted his final shareholder letter. And then there was that Twitter fight. And so, despite all of that busyness, they have still managed to disturb their competitors with these 3 announcements that they made this week. First of all, the company announced on Wednesday, I believe, Wednesday, that it was opening a full-service salon, hair service salon in London that features an augmented reality tech to show you how you'd look with different hair colors. Dun, 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 dun. Let the tech games begin, everyone. I tell you, this AI and AR is just taking over. Now, the other big announcement that they made is that they're planning to launch a new furniture assembly service that will try and one-up Wayfair and, of course, loosen its grip that it has on the housewares retail space. And so furniture stores, especially Wayfair, look out. And then the third announcement that came from Amazon was that, and some of their retail spaces, we know that they have already experimented with the hand palm scanning payment technology that lets you skip checkout lines, right? It was this contactless payment method was in Amazon Go, the Amazon bookstores. And so now they're moving to 7 Whole Foods stores that are located in the Seattle, Washington area. And so the customers, they've been doing this for a few years now. And initially it was just, you know, scanning your credit card or whatever as you walk out. But now it's palm technology. And so the customer will hover their hand over a reader device, and um, your palm, of course, you have to do this prior to showing up at the store. You have to enroll your palm in Amazon's biometric technology system to make your payments, and your palm will be linked to your credit card. And so whenever you um, swipe your palm, so to speak, it will, the reader will find your credit card and charge you that way. I tell you, this is just amazing, amazing, amazing. It sounds out of this world, right? Some some Jetsons or Star Wars level type technology. But anyway, Amazon is really on the move. And so if you're in the Seattle, Washington area, you'll get to check this out, and we'll see how things go. We'll continue to watch that story. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the stock market report. But before we go there, let's just kind of look at the market overall. Things began to crash on yesterday after that report that President Biden will nearly double the capital gains tax to 39.6% for the wealthy. Now, that number came from Bloomberg. There's other sources out there that are saying that that percentage is going to be 43.4% for the wealthy. So, I don't know what to tell you on that, but somewhere between the 39% and the 43% is what's being proposed. Now, who are the wealthy is the big question, and that is anyone who's earning more than $1 million a year. Oh goodness, that's a big hunk of change coming from your pay, right? From your earnings. 39 to 43%, that's pretty high. But why would he do such a thing? Well, apparently he needs the help to pay for the $2.3 trillion infrastructure plan, as well as to pay for a proposed American Families Plan that includes a paid time off for family situations for families and other things. And so there you have it. And so let's look at those numbers. The Dow at the close of business on yesterday, Thursday, the 22nd of April, was down a negative 321.41 points to 33,815.90. The S&P 500 was down a negative 38.44 points to 4,134.98. And the NASDAQ dipped. They were down a negative 131.81 points to 13,818.41. Gold did not do so well on yesterday either. They dropped $11.10 per ounce to $1,782 per ounce. And oil, on the other hand, did fairly well, just a tad bit better. They were up 8 cents to $61.43 per barrel. And that's a look at the business news. Let's shift to some entertainment news. And I just have two bits of reports to share with you. The first one, and this is because those who've been with the show, you know this, but this young lady, yes, I'm going to name drop for a minute. Keke Palmer was a guest on my show. And of course, we were introduced to her in that 2006 film, Aquila and the Bee. And that, I believe, is the year. No, actually, she came in 2007, a year after the film had been released. But yeah, she was just a delight to talk to, lots of energy, just a fun talk we had. Now, of course, since that introduction to Keke Palmer, she's moved on to other multiple jobs, including co-hosting that midday morning news show with Strahan and Sarah. In fact, it was called Strahan, Sarah, and Kiki on ABC 7. I believe that ended maybe 6, 7, maybe 8 months ago. And so it appears that her biggest role yet is happening. She's going to be leading in Jordan Peele's new film. Now, she did an interview with Refinery 29 and talked about how excited she was to enter into Jordan Peele's world of all American horror. Yeah. So again, she's going to be in this new film that's titled Things Are Aligned, and she's the lead actor and is joined by cast from Peele's directorial debut film, Get Out. Those actors include Stephen Yeun and Daniel Kaluuya. And of course, the details of the film are top secret, but she shared that it's loosely about things that you wish for actually began to come to fruition in a spooky way. The release date of the film is set for July 22nd, 2022. So stand by, everybody. I'm excited about that one. Oh, let's see here for a quick second. I got to check something. Excuse me. Just want to make sure that we're still connected here. All right. And so, as you guys know, I don't normally do this. I don't do this. I tend to leave this to my friend, my sister of the microphone, Wendy Williams, and that's of course talking about couples. If I talk about couples, I try to keep it positive, but I just couldn't help to talk about this one because, it was just one of those couples that we were really rooting for, right? I mean, they looked good together. They apparently had good chemistry. They were both very successful. Their children connected. And yes, I'm talking about J-Lo and Alex Rodriguez. So listen, we heard the rumors. They've been swirling for the last month or so, right? That they were breaking up, and then it was like, no, we're not breaking up. Well, just last week, I believe they did officially announce that they broke up. And so, People Magazine recently released a story, I believe, just on this past Wednesday, outlining the rumored reasons for Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez um, breakup. The relationship lasted nearly 4 years. Now, according to the magazine, J-Lo insisted on the breakup from Rodriguez because she couldn't fully trust him anymore. And an insider told People magazine that the COVID-19 lockdown impacted the couple's relationship, as well as the added rumors of Alex's cheating. And of course, you know, uh, the it is what it is. J Lo decided that they were best. It was best that they part, and so they have split up. Now, the good news is that they've parted as friends. They respect each other. They have issued statements saying that they will continue to work together and support each other on their shared businesses and other projects, and even with each other's children. So that's a positive note there, right? All right, and let's move on to passion for fashion. Listen, Nike is not happy camper right now because Athletica, wait a minute, did I pronounce that right? Athleta has stolen Simone Biles from them. Yes, they have partnered up with her on performance wear and athletic activism. And so I can't wait to see what that partnership is going to look like. And they must have been offering her a pretty hefty check for her to leave the iconic Nike brand, right? All right, and then Levi's is the latest clothing company to jump on the recycled goods train. They're urging their customers to buy better and wear longer. That's their new campaign. And so basically, what they're saying is buy less and reuse or repair your worn out clothing. Now, their ad follows Nike. Remember, we talked about Nike refurbished last year, which last show, I should say, which is their, ties into one of their sustainability efforts. Lululemon, Patagonia, and recently even Ralph Lauren look for renting clothes have jumped in the spotlight to tackle the environmental issues that we have here on planet Earth. And this is all just in time for Earth Day, which, by the way, was yesterday. And so um, there you have it. They're trying to appeal to their social conscious customers. And, there's a lot of questions that remain on how these companies will remain profitable while telling their consumers to buy less and to reuse more. Well, one way is to get these other businesses up and running. For example, Nike Refurbished. That's just a spinoff of Nike, so they'll be reselling the old Nike products, and so that's one way I guess they will profit. But we'll continue. I guess at the end of the day, planet Earth will will profit in a good way. And as a result of that, we human beings living here will be doing much better too. Because listen, 17 million tons of textiles are ending up in our landfills every year. And so it's crucial that these companies, these retail companies and textile companies and so forth, do something positive to have a positive impact on our environment, right? All right, so let's do what we say. And listen, resale has been going on forever. You had the aunties. I know I had an auntie. She stayed in the retail shops and friends and everybody. It's one of America's best kept secrets. And again, it's a great way to reuse and repurpose a lot of items that could potentially harm our environment. All right, so now we're going to get to our cafe talk. And so that question posed was, are you zoomed out? Are you zoomed out? Oh, goodness. Me, I am just loving Zoom. I have no complaints. I love it. I've learned how to, plan my days so that I can participate and even, host a few Zoom meetings of my own. But many people are being burned out. These back to back meetings are causing brain related stress. Yeah, this is according to Microsoft's Human Factors Lab. And so, one of the things they're saying is short breaks can help the brain reset and improve your focus during these meetings. Now, this all ties to a recent report from Stanford that says that back to back video calls, day in and day out, every day, can cause more stress in your life because the thought is that when someone's face is that close to ours in real life, think about it in the Zoom meetings. Right now I'm practicing social distancing with my computer as I bring you this show. But sometimes when I'm in Zoom meetings, I pull it in. I pull it in because I feel like I want to see the people better, right? But what they're saying here is face to face, whether it's in person or not, but especially in real life. Think about it in real life. If someone was this close to you in real life, it would stir up reaction, right? You would either feel uncomfortable and want them to back off, or if you like the person or love the person, you're okay. You might even want to go in for a kiss or something. I don't know, but it's good stress and it's negative stress, and so they're saying that some things that you can do to reduce stress on these Zoom calls and Zoom meetings. And, I know people who do this too, but make the meetings shorter. And as you're scheduling your meetings or participating in these meetings, try to take some control and give yourself some time and space between the meetings. Now, I say that you you should also sometimes just do audio, don't do video. Yeah, you can just call in on the Zoom meeting via your phone, and then that way you don't have to deal with the interaction on camera with a human face or whatever. Human beings love the human face. We love the human face, and so in these days where many people are working from home, and sadly, there are some single people out there who don't have children or spouse in the home, and so they're home alone. So it brings them joy to be able to see someone on the screen. But again, overdoing it, too much of it can produce or stir up a level of stress. And so uh, make sure that you keep the meetings shorter, um, take breaks between the meetings, and take the video off. Just turn the video off and go to audio only to give yourself a break that way. And also, I just say social distance. If it's too close to you, just pull back, push it back, and have social distancing there between you and the screen. All right, and that's it. Now, listen, if you want to chime in on that question, are you zoomed out? You can certainly do so in the comment section under this video. I did not post it on my social media today, so you won't find it there. All right, and then speaking of stress and burnout, listen, JP Morgan has come up with a solution. They've just hired some 190 bankers to help alleviate worker burnout. And kudos to them on that. All right, and I think that's it, everybody. Again, just want to pop in. I do want to remind you about our word of the month, and that is caste, a system of dividing groups of people or society into hereditary, social, or privileged classes. So, caste is our word that we are practicing and learning for this month. Remember, the Christmas giveaway is going to be coming up in October. I know it seems a long way away, but look, we're in April, actually wrapping up the month of April already. So things can happen pretty fast. I'm always looking for businesses and individuals with products, books, music, whatever you may have to contribute to our giveaway that starts in October. If you're interested, we need you to send an email to producer@marylandscafesociety.com. Also, show ideas, or you want to be a guest, producer@marylandscafesociety.com. Remember to check out the website, marylandscafesociety.com. There you'll get the links and plugins to my other social media platforms. And also, thank you for checking out the YouTube. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share before you go. All right. And I do want to tell you what love is on this Friday. Love is when you both find what you're looking for. Love is when you both find what you're looking for. Hopefully, it was each other. All right, everybody. I think that's it. That's it. That's it. Remember to support BlackHeroesMatter.org by calling the City of Chicago 312-744-1515 and ask for that yes vote for next Thursday during the Transportation Committee meeting to rename Lakeshore Drive, Outer Lakeshore Drive, to Jean Baptiste Point du Sable Drive, and also once it passes the Transportation Committee, it's going to go to the full City Council, the next full City Council meeting, which is set for May, towards the end of May. So then the vote will have to happen there. And again, you can go to the website, BlackHeroesMatter.org, for more details. Spread the word. We need all Chicagoans to stand up, no matter where you're living now. support this initiative and, and be a part of history as we wait for this historic vote next Thursday, April 29th. All right, so if you don't do anything else until the next show, be sure that you live, you laugh, and you love by all means. As always, everyone, it's a pleasure and a privilege to be with you on YouTube. I'll see you on the next show. Peace.